Hello everyone and welcome to another exciting broadcast here at AkronBuzz, coming to you from our studios here in the Wallhaven neighborhood of West Akron. And we're very excited to be testing the capability of our live stream service here. And we have on the line another very special guest. We've been having a great time playing around the world with Skype and FaceTime and interviewing everyone at home. We are all in this together. And to bring a sense of community and to entertain, we are going to bring on Adam and Julie. Hello. How's everybody doing?
Hello. Hi.
All right. So now let's start off, since you're a teacher, explain how you feel being off and being away from your students. Just tell me your perspective.
Yeah, it is not my favorite. I'm definitely a people person. I love the human interaction and the day-to-day kind of things I get to do with my students. So online is not my preferred learning style. It's been okay. I've been trying to connect with kids in other ways, like doing some videos on Screencastify, or I'm setting up a Zoom meeting with some of them tomorrow. But it definitely is hard, and it's definitely a change, I think, for everyone. And even some of the kids who seem like they want to be at school on some days, they've emailed and said, man, I really wish I was back at school now. So
Sure. The students miss you.
There's definitely a reason why I got into video production, because I want to watch the entire world through a monitor, right?
Yes.
So I'm loving it.
Well, let me cut away to camera 5, my favorite angle in the studio here. We have at the controls here tonight Matt and Chris. Here, wave to Matt and Chris. As you know, this story that my son and his friend Chris, they're learning television production. They wanted a second camera on them. So now they have cameras 5 and 6 are on them, so they can cut away. They were upset that every time they would go to say something in one of these conversations that we couldn't see them talking. So that's speaking of learning video production, these are the youngest interns we've ever had.
I hope that is legal.
Well, you know what? There's a lot of stuff's out the window right now, and the child labor laws are probably there. The real fact is nobody else will come in, and they're doing a great job. Right. And I don't want to, get in trouble here, but
let them try to stop you, right?
It's either this or sit at home. So
right.
Chris is going to take that cursor off of the Skype screen so that it's not, see the cursor there? Okay, see, I'm directing from the host chair. See what I'm doing there? Speaking of staying entertained, our gig is to come over here and have fun on AkronBuzz, going live and interviewing everyone. I see Scout has joined us. Please say hello.
Can you say hi, Scout? No.
All right. So what are we doing to stay entertained while we have a little bit of time, extra time with mom and dad?
Well, we've been building a lot of things, doing origami. Scout is a very big help around the house. If we may, Scout wants to show you her
something she built.
Something she built.
I would love to see it.
All right. So
we are going around Akron visiting families by Skype, seeing how everybody's staying busy. That is absolutely beautiful. That is Chris, cut back to that. Matt, cut back. Who's on the switcher? There you go. Who's on first? That is spectacular. That is Matt, kill the graphic a second so we can see that. Let's wow. Look at how they know how to run all the graphics and do all the switching. This is so. How long did it take to build this? Build the castle? Put all this together.
How long did it take you to build that? A long time?
Maybe 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
She built it with her big sister.
We're going to have a little bit of time at home together. We got to find a project that takes longer than 5 minutes, right?
And she also did an obstacle course. She's set that up in the hallway, and we've run that in the morning for our phys ed when it's been raining outside.
Is that something we could see live here, or is that something that happens later?
We can't do it live here.
I understand.
In order to maximize the physical fitness factor, we change the course every day so that way the kids can't memorize it and become good on it on their own account. They have to be able to be able to adapt and overcome.
I understand.
And
That's
we
fantastic.
also have been since we can't go to the playgrounds, we have found new spaces to explore, such as our roof. We did a picnic up there. We did some art on the roof. We read books on the roof. So looking for all sorts of alternative fun.
This is great. Now, when we were rehearsing, Adam, you and Scout were doing a mean face competition. Now, I would like to see that again.
We were.
Can you do a funny? Can you do a funny face competition? Who do you think can do a better funny face?
Mean face.
That was a
Do
very
mean
good
face?
funny face competition you two were doing there.
Getting us a mean face right now. Well, how about talk
Ready?
about
Go. Mean face. Can you mean face? No.
Okay. Well, Dad wins. Dad wins the Grinch face competition. There you go. That's phenomenal.
Scott is becoming quite the.
Good at outside. Soccer.
How's this going to go if we do this interview and peek into your life here on day 5 or 6 or 7 or 8? You know, at the end of week 2, are we still going to be smiling?
Have you ever seen the classic, the Stanley Kubrick movie, The Shining?
Yes.
So,
all right. So what else is on the agenda? And then also, how have we prepared? What's on the menu at your house tonight or going forward? What are the staple menu items?
So we are lucky enough to live very close to Julie's parents. So we often, and we have been in contact with them throughout the entire pre-quarantine and quarantine period. So we've already exchanged all of our germs. So we kind of bounce back and forth between cooking with them and cooking on our own. Now, the good news is we are hoarders by nature, of course, and so we already had a surplus of food, and then just to kind of fit in with the rest of the going trend, we stocked up, and so we've got plenty of things. So today we had brats and beans and rice.
Chili for lunch.
Chili for lunch. A nice quinoa salad.
Wow.
Recently, I picked up
Smoothies.
we have smoothies every morning.
Wow.
This is
It's exciting because I never used to eat breakfast as a teacher. I just go out the door, eat a granola bar. But now,
well, yeah, it's a little better because we can spend a little bit more time crafting the meal.
So, Julie, it just occurred to me that as you know, the kids are running around the house, maybe, or having fun, or you're entertaining them, but you're also online with your students, and your students, if I remember, are in the 9th grade, and you're teaching language arts. And is that right? How does that go? Do they see you on video then? Is it Google Classroom or you said Zoom? So they get a little glimpse into maybe they haven't met your kids, maybe how does that go? They get to kind of know you a little better perhaps.
So last week was our school spring break, so this is our first week online, and it's definitely harder to have a schedule with Scout and my girls at home because now I'm also toggling time with the high schoolers. But Scout opened up my slideshow to the high schoolers with a joke that she told, so I inserted that as a video. So I'm trying to give them some glimpses into my life as well. And we had kind of a schedule. We try and get up by 8-ish, and we get dressed and
well, first it's reveille at 8, physical training, meal, academic time, art time, rest time, academic time, more physical training, and then meal. Now,
this sounds awfully structured.
It is actually not too far from the actual schedule we do keep. We'll wake up. We will do actually some sort of activity, physical activity, running around the house or going outside, picking up sticks, something like that. We will do about 10 minutes of actual exercising. So yeah, I think that the way to make it survivable is having a schedule.
Yeah.
And sticking to it.
Schedule.
A flexible schedule, but sticking to it. Because I was just talking to Julie about how I feel like it's very important for us to have a schedule so that way there's a reason to get out of bed. There's a reason to like, there's a box that you can check to say, was I productive today? Did I, do everything that I wanted to do today or that I needed to do today? So yeah, it's down to having a schedule and then also having a goal for the day.
Though I will say that working on the computer too with my students, it's harder to, have hard and fast schedules, but more ideas of what we want to do. Like, okay, we'll do something active, we'll get outside, we'll maybe do some hands-on learning. So yeah, that's what we've been trying to do.
All right. And Scout is 4.5. And
yes,
what we don't tell the jokes live. That's something that was pre-recorded. Or do we tell the jokes live?
Right.
Well,
But she has some live jokes.
She can do a joke. Can you tell him a joke?
Remember? Why did the? Do you remember? No.
You say, "Hey Google, can you tell me a joke?"
Not
No.
right now.
All right, no jokes.
We're going. It is. What time is bedtime tonight?
Actually, we probably in about 20 minutes we're going to start
understand.
the process.
Well,
So-
then let me. I'll let you go here, but I do want to ask one question for my benefit, and this question is directed. We're very lucky to have a 9th grade teacher on the line. We have 2 8th graders running this show tonight, and they try very hard in language arts, but maybe some advice from a high school language arts teacher would help our control room technicians, Matt and Chris. What advice would you have? And gentlemen, I want you to listen to every
It
word.
would be so fun to have you next year in class. Matt and Chris, I would encourage you to find things you're passionate about, and if you can read or learn about them in some way, that always will take you far. Don't stop learning. Don't get too caught up in distractions like Snapchat or social media. That has its place, but find things you're passionate about and pursue them. And if you ever need help with an essay, you can just let me know. It's always important to have a good hook to catch our attention.
Wow.
As readers.
That is an offer we will take you up on. And,
thank you for that.
And then, of course, the other thing I'll ask, Matt, pay attention to the switcher, of course. The other thing I will ask is ADD is, it's hard to, there's a squirrel, there's a switcher, it's staying on the camera, but the, they're having a blast, they're learning television production, but the thing I wanted to ask was, what do you do when you have students that slept in? Does each student at home need a little buzzer?
So the good news the good news for us is we don't have to have a set time for students to log in. So I know not everyone is getting up at 7 a.m.
Right.
So there's a little bit of a rolling deadline. I am still telling students to try and check in and get things done so it doesn't all pile up. But if you're a night owl and you want to start schoolwork at 8 p.m., that's your prerogative, I guess. Though I'd encourage you to get a start a little bit earlier.
The curiosity is killing me. If something exciting is happening around the corner, I have to see it. But or not.
It's the final. We'll put it this way: the final countdown has begun.
I understand.
And I think we are 2 minutes to midnight.
I will. Well, then we will go and let the ball drop and let that carriage turn into all that stuff that happens. Everybody turns into a pumpkin and the whole thing. So, thank you for participating in our fun and games. And Adam and Julie have been our guests, and of course Scout joining us. Have fun and stay sane.
Yes, thank you.
All right.
Great speaking to you. Bye.
Good times. Thank you. All right, we are going to take a short break, and I have to stretch because Chris lines up the graphics, and he does all these things. And, of course, Matt, you could always go to camera 3. I'll lean out of the way. And we will be back with more here on Akron Buzz and our live tests from the West Akron studio right after this.